Rise of the Tomb Raider. What's up, everyone? It's Enrique, aka the Aries Gamer, and I wanted to do a quick video of my initial impressions of this game. And let me just tell you something. Wow, that's how I can initially describe this game so far. There's certain games that I've played in my life that have been the most memorable games, or games that I've really enjoyed. And those games are the ones that really grabbed my attention from the beginning, as soon as I hit the start button. And this is that game. I mean, if I think about games that have done that for me, this console generation, for me, The Witcher 3 comes to mind. But this game is, definitely a great action adventure game. And I've played about an hour of the game so far, but so far it's just really sucked me in. There's certainly a nice element of action here. You can see how. If you just look at the world here, you can see how big the environments are in this game compared to the last Tomb Raider. I mean, it's definitely on a larger scale, and it really adds to kind of the danger and the action in the game. And here's Lara walking through the snow. And actually, the cool thing about her right here when she's walking through the snow is I'm wearing gaming headsets. And you can actually hear kind of the crunching of the snow. Sounds very lifelike. By the way, I die a couple times in this video, so it happens a couple times, unfortunately. But one of the things I really like is the audio, the music, the sound effects, and she's walking through the snow. It sounds very lifelike, and kind of that crunching in the snow as you're walking. And it actually kind of, the deeper the snow is, the more, I guess, dense it sounds. If that's a good way to kind of explain it, if that makes sense. But look at the avalanche behind her. I mean, everything in this game seems to be on a much larger scale, greater scale, with the environments, the effects. And I actually die here again. Yep. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking around. That's one thing that you'll notice that you'll probably do early on in the game. As you place in these outside environments, you'll probably take the time and start kind of looking around to kind of check out the environment. So now here, Lara's actually in a cave or in a tomb, searching for some treasure right now. And what's kind of cool here is you actually, if you saw there when there was a column there. She earned experience points for reading Greek, I think it was. And so as you start reading these different languages, she becomes more familiar with them. You get more proficient at reading and translating some of these different languages. So there's a little bit of that RPG element there, which is really cool. So here comes Lara with her trusty axe. And one thing that I noticed in this game is, obviously the visuals. I mean, if you could see kind of the lighting as she's coming out of this cave. And here's another example, because I mentioned some of these nice grand environments. You see she's in this cave and she walks out to this big canyon here. But visually the game looks just great. It's definitely a big improvement from the last Tomb Raider that came out, which I thought looked great on the last consoles as well. But I mean, look at this. Just look how grand everything is. Look at the waterfalls. And again, hats off to Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics for developing this game. So the climbing is very reminiscent of Tomb Raider, and if you played games like Assassin's Creed, or probably the better comparison would probably be the Uncharted games, where you do this kind of jumping and moving around. It's a helicopter who's chasing her. And by the way, I die here. I think it's coming up here. I know you guys are thinking like, oh, what the hell's this guy doing? He's dying again. Yes, I died. So let's see here. And actually, so this part I end up clearing, and then once you clear that part, you get here. But so here's Lara. She's going in another cave, and this part's actually pretty cool. This part right here, scared me. And you'll see that here in a sec. Now, hey, if you're into action adventure games, you definitely are going to want to check this game out. Like I said, it really just grabbed my attention the minute I hit the start button. The action's intense. There's some nice exploration elements. Some of the other levels I played, you're exploring to build up her base camp, to build up or to collect items too to help. That's the part that scared me. You're collecting items to help upgrade her weapons. I did try hunting deer for a little bit, which was interesting, but the game is great. There's some nice variety here of exploration and action adventure as well. They did a great job. This is, in my opinion, definitely a must-buy. If you're an Xbox One owner right now, you definitely probably want to go out and buy this game. Well, guys, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Please remember to subscribe if you like what you see, and remember, gamers, to game on, and more importantly, have fun.
Soldiers against religious pilgrims.